One was majestic in size and full of leaves. He had branches that looked like they were dancing as they swayed in the breeze. His trunk was so large it took 3 people to measure the diameter. When you looked up, he was so tall that you could mistake it for a ladder reaching up to the heavens. His name was Grant. Next to him grew a much smaller tree, as were most of the other trees in the forest. But this tree was also crooked and not very strong. His name was Blaine.
Ha ha ha! I know the owner of this forest is saving me for something special. I'll be made into a chariot for the Emperor. I'll help him crush all of his enemies. I'll be the fastest and strongest in the battles because of my strong limbs.
You are so fortunate to be so tall and so sturdy.
Except for these pestering ants clawing on my trunk. Say, your arms are crooked and you're way down there. Why don't you take these ants to your trunk? After all, you're about to be chopped down anyways. Ha ha ha.
I would if I could, Gran. Hey, do you think they can at least make wheels out of me? Then we can be partners working for the Emperor.
I don't think so, Blaine. You're not even suitable for a peg. Look at you, you're so brittle.
I'm not either. You can't see it, but I know I'm strong inside. Anyways, I just hope they can at least use me for a stool for the people cleaning you after you become a chariot. I hope we can, but for now, I'll be happy whatever they use me for. I hope we can still be friends.
Oh, Blaine, you are my friend. But when I'm famous, it's not my fault if I can't remember you. But you're right, if you become a stool, we can still be together some of the time.
And with that, Gran went dancing with his branches, and Plague stood still as if waiting for eternity. The next day, the owner of the forest came with a soldier and a carpenter.
How about this tree?
Yes, this tree appears to be strong and mature, perfect for the Emperor's chariot. Chop it down and deliver it to the palace.
Hey! Could I eat the leftover wood from this tree for my barn? The smaller pieces could be used.
Ha ha ha! Forget it, poor man. This tree will only be for the Emperor's use, and there won't be any left over. Certainly not for a beggar like you.
There are many other trees in the forest, none so majestic, but for a barn they should do.
Well then, I suppose this tree will do. After all, it's just the barn. No one will notice. Chop it down along with a few others, and we'll take them tomorrow to Bethlehem.
Gran was made into a chariot. And he serviced the Emperor well. He went into many battles and led many parades. Meanwhile, Blaine was made into a horse for a barn and a few wooden tools. Both seemed happy at what they became, especially Grant. But the years passed by. The battles were hard on Grant. After a while, he couldn't keep up with the newer chariots. He became old and rickety, and before long was dismantled, and his pieces were stored in a barn. Later, a carpenter found the pieces and made some chops and feeding bowls for the animals out of Gran. But those wore out too, and finally were thrown into the corner. As Gran landed, Hill was knocked over a small chalk that looked like it was never used.
Hey, Gran, is that you? How are you?
Blaine, what are you, a trough? Amazing, after all these years. Good to see you again.
Just in case you haven't noticed,
Yeah, but I was famous, you know. They were such ignorants. I served them well, now look what they did to me. Oh well, at least I have some good memories. How about you? Doesn't look like you were used for anything much. What are you, a display sample?
No, I'm a real trough. I was just too small to feed the animals. But some of my trunk was used for these barn walls.
That's it? Barn walls in a trough that's too small? How sad.
As they were talking, a young couple came in. The woman looked pregnant and seemed to be in pain. Her husband made a bed beside Brandon and Blaine. He took a look at Blaine, then picked him up and placed him next to his wife. Then he carefully dusted him off and made him into a crib. A few hours passed and Blaine could feel the warmth of a newborn baby.
Great. Now you're just sure for that baby. Their parents aren't even rich merchants. I feel sorry for you, Blaine.
But suddenly blinding lights came from above. Grant could see figures with wings tending the baby, and he could hear them singing. Then shepherds were all over and kneeling to the baby as if they were worshiping him. Blaine could not understand what was going on. All he knew was he felt proud as he tried his best to keep steady, holding the precious baby.
Who is that baby? What's going on, Blaine?
I don't know, but